Hello everyone, this is one of the problems that some people said they thought was hard, so I decided to do a video on this one. There's actually several ways to look at this problem. We notice that this is a nice cylinder, but it's just got one piece missing from it. Alright, we can call 3 inches the radius, so R equals 3. 12 inches is the height, height equals 12. Okay? We notice that the piece missing forms a 60-degree angle. All right, so that tells us what portion of the cylinder is missing. It's missing, the missing piece represents, okay, that's not what I wanted to do, missing piece. It represents 60 out of 360 of the total cylinder. 360 degrees in the circle, we're missing 60 degrees, so we are missing 1/6 of the entire cylinder. All right, so that means that we can find the volume of that missing piece using the same formula we use for any 3D piece that has 3D shape that has the same base. So what we can do is we can find the area of that base, and the area of that base is just the sector of a circle. Here's our sector. It's, again, this angle is 60 degrees. So we know how to find area of a sector. We just have to find the area of the whole circle, the whole base, and then multiply it by this fraction that we found, this 1/6. So the area of the whole base is, well, our radius is equal to 3. So it's pi times 3 squared. That represents the area of the whole base, but we don't have the whole base. We have 1/6 of it. So we're going to multiply this whole thing by 1/6, or 60 over 360. All right, so let's figure out what that is. Do that in your calculator now. I'll do it too. 9 times pi. Divide that by 6. Oops. Okay, so I'm getting 4.712. Okay, so that's good. That's the area of the missing piece, or the volume of the missing piece. That's the area of the base of the missing piece. All right, so that just gives us this area. So now we need to multiply that by the height of the whole cylinder. Okay, so this is area of base. Okay, we can multiply that by the height of the whole cylinder, which is a height of 12 inches. So do that now, and we get the overall area of the base is 56.5. I'm going to round it to 0.55. Okay. So that's the whole volume of that missing piece. We found the area of the base, we multiplied it by the height, we got the volume of the missing piece. Okay? So now let's find the volume of the whole piece, which is going to be the same process, except we're not going to multiply by 1/6 this time, because we're going to take the area of the whole base. So now the entire cylinder, that's going to be pi r squared times height. So we do pi times r squared, which is 9, times height, which is 12. All right, so this is the same process we did before, except we didn't multiply pi r squared, or we didn't multiply pi r squared by 1/6. We're just doing pi r squared and then multiplying it by the height. So this component is the same. The only piece that's different is this. Okay, so we'll do that in our calculator now. 9 times 12 times pi gives us 339.29. 339.29. Okay, so now we're going to subtract. So we're going to say 339.29 minus 56.55, and then we'll figure out what that's equal to. Okay, so I'm getting about 282.74 is our final answer, 282.74. Let's check our units just in case. They're inches, so this should be inches cubed. Okay, that's the final answer. If you're satisfied with that, I'm going to give you the extension question now so you can get started on that. And then if you want to stick around for a few minutes afterwards, I'm actually going to show you a much quicker way to do that. It's actually one step instead of those multiple steps we just did. So here's your extension question. What we're going to do is we're going to change the angle now. The angle is going to be, extension is going to be angle will now be 100 degrees instead of 60 degrees, the angle of the missing piece. And the radius now instead of 3 is going to be equal to 7. Okay, so now same deal. The missing piece has an angle of 100 degrees. Same picture, just different angle and different radius. Now find the volume of that missing piece. And then just check your answer with somebody else who did the extension question. Okay, so now another way to do number 5 that's kind of quicker. Okay, so what we did is we just took the whole cylinder and subtracted the missing piece. But what we can do instead is we can actually just find the area of that figure without doing that method. We can just find out what fraction of a circle is still there. Well, if 60 out of 360 is gone, 300 out of 360 is remaining. So what we can do is we can just find the area of the sector, which is, so the sector looks like this. Let's draw it. The sector looks something like this. Like this Pac-Man situation, right? So what we're doing is we're just going to find the area of this sector without doing that long method we just did. So what we can do is we can say the area of this sector, because this is 3, is pi r squared again. But then we have to multiply that by 300 divided by 360. That represents the area of the base. Okay, just multiply that by 12. All right, another way of looking at it like this, because this actually is a nice fraction, is that this is pi times 9. We're just finding 5/6 of a circle. Okay, there's our base, and then multiply that by 12. So what we can do, you can listen to me as I type this in, we can do pi times 9, hit enter, okay, and then multiply that by 5, hit enter, divide by 6, hit enter, and then multiply by 12, hit enter. We get 282.74, which is exactly what we got doing the other method. Let's make sure, there it is, 282.74. So then we just hit equals 282.74 inches cubed. Okay? That's it. That is number 5.